Mariel, I was wondering if you could let us know. Actually, it's a common question. What is UI UX?
That's a good question. It's kind of a non-descriptive title for what it actually is. It also has a lot of different names. So some people call it product design, UX design, UI design, human computer interaction design. But if we just kind of break down like what is UX to start off, basically just means user experience. User experience is, and when we're talking about it in context of design, it is the design of the experience of a user or a customer through software, applications, interfaces, and it could also be for pretty much anything that you can think of that requires people to follow steps or go through an
Hmm.
experience, such as theme parks, street signs, IKEA, for instance, even restaurant menus or doorknobs, like very basic things that
Hmm.
people have to confront and interact with and figure out how does this work. So the
Ah.
idea has been around for a lot longer than the invention of the personal computer, but basically, like great user experience touches every aspect of business that involves people, human beings interacting with a business. And in this context, we'll be talking about it in terms of like interfaces and software and mobile apps. So that's UX. And then UI, so the UX and then the UI side of it is your interface, which is what we touch, see, and interact with. But that's only the surface level. So UI is part of UX, but you have to have the UX before you can get to the UI. It's a lot like as if somebody were to hire like an interior designer, for instance, before they've even started designing the house.
Uh-huh.
So you need to have the blueprint before you can start
Hmm.
painting the walls.
Hmm.
Both are essential, but one has to come before the other.
Oh, that's great. I always think when I think UI UX gone wrong, I think of our refrigerator, ice maker slash water dispenser. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. My wife and I will, if we're feeling kind of ornery, when a visitor comes and goes there, they're going to press this button instead of kind of holding their cup in the right spot, and it's inevitably going to shoot water on their shirt. And and
Right.
we're just thinking, what a hilarious design! And it's not just us, because we of course have shot water all over our shirts multiple times as we forget how it works. But then every new person always comes up and does it wrong, and I'm like, what a hilarious fail! And and
That exact
what
thing has happened to me before.
and it's just so hilarious. It's like, wow, that was obviously failed the intuition or some kind of step in the UI UX design. Which part was that? Based on what I was saying.
That's probably more of the UX side of things. I would say they probably just didn't get enough random people going up to it and just like trying it. It was probably a lot of like refrigerator designers, engineers, and they were like, this works great because we understand that you have to place your cup
Hmm.
in this specific way because we designed it that
Uh-huh.
way.
Hmm.
But for every other person who's never seen this before,
If you're
it's a
not an
lot of trial
engineer,
and error.
it's not
Yeah,
intuitive. It had the wrong, yeah, they
yeah.
had the wrong people group or something, huh? They were just,
Hmm.
it worked for the engineers in the lab, but not anyone else. It was pretty hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, you should check it
Yeah.
out sometime if you come to our place. Pretty hilarious.